In Southeast Asia's shifting geopolitical landscape, the US and the Philippines have inked a landmark energy agreement, one that's about far more than just electricity. This pact, forged amid rising tensions in the South China Sea, marks a strategic shift for both nations, linking energy security directly to national security. The timing is crucial. As China's assertiveness hampers Philippine energy exploration, the US steps in to reinforce its oldest Asian ally. By helping the Philippines secure its energy future, Washington is strengthening Manila's economic resilience and strategic autonomy. This deal is both an economic necessity for the Philippines and a strategic imperative for the US, redefining their alliance for a new era. The partnership aims to end the Philippines' vulnerability to global energy shocks and foreign influence, charting a path towards self-reliance. It's a proactive move to diversify energy sources, modernize infrastructure, and reduce dependence on actors who may not share Philippine interests. Ultimately, this agreement is a testament to evolving alliances, addressing defense, economic resilience, and energy independence in one stroke. The US-Philippines Energy Pact is a bold step toward a stable, rules-based Indo-Pacific, with energy security at its core. The Philippines faces a daunting energy puzzle: high demand, limited domestic supply, and heavy reliance on imported fossil fuels. In 2022, coal, almost entirely imported, made up 60% of the country's electricity, leaving the economy exposed to global price shocks and supply disruptions. The looming depletion of the Malampaya gas field, by 2027, threatens Luzon's power supply, creating an urgent need for alternatives. Security concerns are heightened by the fact that 40% of the national grid is owned by China's State Grid Corporation, raising fears of foreign leverage over critical infrastructure. Frequent blackouts and an aging grid underscore the need for modernization and resilience. The Philippines must find new energy sources, upgrade its grid, lower costs, and reduce its carbon footprint, all at once. This is the urgent backdrop for the new US-Philippines Energy Pact, offering a lifeline out of energy insecurity. The US-Philippines Energy Pact is a multi-pronged strategy targeting the country's most pressing energy challenges. First, it secures liquefied natural gas, LNG, as a transitional fuel, with US support for import terminals and infrastructure to replace dwindling Malampaya supplies. Second, it accelerates the shift to renewables, leveraging US expertise and investment, and capitalizing on new laws allowing 100% foreign ownership of renewable projects. Third, the agreement enables civil nuclear cooperation, opening the door for US nuclear technology and small modular reactors to provide clean, reliable baseload power. The Philippines aims to add 1,200 megawatts of nuclear capacity by 2032, an ambitious goal now within reach. Finally, the pact addresses grid security, with US assistance to modernize, protect, and make the grid resilient against both physical and cyber threats. The US-Philippine energy policy dialogue ensures these efforts stay on track. Together, these pillars, LNG, renewables, nuclear, and grid security, form a comprehensive blueprint for energy transformation. The agreement is not just policy, it's a roadmap for a secure, sustainable energy future. The US-Philippines Energy Partnership is already producing real-world results. In January 2025, a consortium of Philippine energy giants acquired a $3.3 billion LNG terminal in Batangas, securing the nation's primary hub for imported gas. The private sector's investment aligns with government strategy, ensuring a stable transition fuel as Malampaya declines. On the renewables front, the Terra Solar project, set to be the world's largest, will deliver 3,500 megawatts of solar power and 4,500 megawatt-hours of battery storage, powering 2.4 million homes by 2026. Policy reforms, including 100% foreign ownership in renewables, have unlocked billions in international investment, with deals like Meralco's $600 million partnership with Actis. The Luzon Economic Corridor, a trilateral initiative with the US and Japan, is boosting investment in clean energy supply chains and modernizing key ports. By integrating infrastructure and energy goals, the partnership is making it easier to build and connect new power projects. These developments prove the Energy Pact is more than talk. It's reshaping the Philippine energy landscape. The influx of foreign capital and technology is accelerating the nation's transition to a modern, resilient energy system. The groundwork is being laid for sustained growth and energy independence. The US-Philippines alliance is turning vision into reality, one project at a time. The US-Philippine Energy Pact is a direct response to China's growing influence in the region. China's 40% stake in the Philippine national grid gives it leverage over critical infrastructure, raising fears of sabotage or disruption in a crisis. Chinese maritime assertiveness has also blocked Philippine oil and gas exploration in its own waters, forcing Manila to rely on imports. The Energy Pact counters this by diversifying energy sources, securing LNG supply chains, and modernizing the grid with US support. It's about building resilience, not confrontation, ensuring the lights stay on, regardless of geopolitical tensions. Still, deepening US-Philippine cooperation may provoke Beijing, risking increased pressure in the South China Sea or other sectors. The Philippines must balance its alliance with the US and its economic ties to China, navigating a complex regional landscape. The Energy Pact is a bold move toward self-reliance, but it demands careful diplomacy to avoid escalating tensions. The US-Philippines Energy Pact sends a powerful message across the South China Sea and the Indo-Pacific. It modernizes the alliance, expanding beyond military ties to include economic and energy resilience, key to national security today. This cooperation strengthens Philippine sovereignty and sets a model for other Southeast Asian nations facing similar pressures from China. The pact highlights the strategic importance of the Philippines' geography, linking energy independence to freedom of navigation and regional stability. Infrastructure projects like the Luzon Economic Corridor enhance both economic and military access to vital trade routes. By spotlighting how Chinese actions undermine Philippine energy security, the agreement reframes the regional narrative. It provides a non-military example of why a rules-based order is essential for prosperity. The energy deal is now a tool of diplomacy, reinforcing the link between maritime rights and economic security. At its heart, the US-Philippines Energy Pact is a blueprint for a green transition. It supports the Philippine Energy Plan's goal to reach over 50% renewables by 2050, moving away from coal. Massive projects like Terra Solar and large-scale battery storage are leapfrogging the Philippines into renewable leadership. Civil nuclear power, enabled by the US agreement, offers clean, reliable baseload energy for industry and cities. This transition promises energy independence, stable prices, and a healthier environment. A modern, resilient grid will attract investment, create jobs, and reduce pollution. The pact envisions a Philippines in control of its own sustainable energy destiny. The US-Philippines Energy Agreement is a strategic masterstroke, tackling the nation's energy crisis and reducing reliance on imported fuels. By bridging to renewables and nuclear, the pact charts a realistic path to energy independence and resilience. It reaffirms the US-Philippine alliance, adapting it to the realities of the 21st century. The deal sends a message across the region. Strategic cooperation and a rules-based order can deliver real benefits. It's a template for how nations can secure their interests and build a more stable Southeast Asia. The pact weaves together energy security, economic growth, and geopolitical strategy for a sustainable future. Ultimately, it ensures the lights in the Philippines shine brighter, powered by a secure, independent, and sustainable energy system.